Morning Zerzy, morning Aki, what you saying, boys? Just get the announcement sent in. Yeah, man, today we're going to be reviewing some trades, seeing what people have got in. If you want me to review your trades, boys, just send it into the Discord. Send the link in, boys. What we saying? What we saying, chat? Oh, mate, it's bare annoyed. I need 1% to pass this other... Not even 1%, like less than 1% to pass another fucking funded. I keep fading though, bro. I was literally just going to enter there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Might even hit it with something like... Don't even know if we're going to come up right now again. But probably hit it with something like this. Literally need like 0.5% to pass this other account, so... I'm going to hit it with something like this. If we invert this... It don't even need to be a 1 to 1. It needs to be like a 0.5 to 1. So, see how that one goes. But anyway, yeah, chat, what we saying? Morning, Jed. Morning, Aki. Morning, Zerzy. Morning, Tommy. What we saying? My broker chart is different. No FVGs on a 5-minute. What broker are you using, bro? EU buyers, GU. What you saying, George? What you saying, Aki? We'll get into EU buyers. Yo, what you saying, Nolan? What you saying, Aaron? What you saying, Vigot? Henry, Mehmet? What you saying? Morning, Sam. Why the fuck are you pranking members? Why the fuck are you pranking your members about dressing up for the link up? Shake my head. What? What are you talking about, bruh? Morning, Trap, what you saying? Morning, Claudio, what you saying? Okay, fuck that song. Funding pips. Oh, yeah. You should really just use TradingView, bro. Right, we're going to be reviewing people's trades today anyway. So send your trades into chart check. Let's have a look for the week. When did I send that message? R8, cool. She's bare annoyed this one, I'm not gonna lie. I bare wanted to just get this fucking account passed today. So I ain't gonna force it or nothing, but it'd be nice to get the login on Monday so I can smash out the phase 2 as well. No one dressing up for the link up. May said it was a tomfoolery and that almost dressed up for it. Bro, that was the pre-London, that weren't me. Bro, it's so jarring. I was literally typing it in and it started running, bro. It was like here and I was just gonna live execution a 1-to-1. It's calm. It wasn't even there, bro. It was like up here. It's calm. Hopefully we can still come up. I mean, I doubt it, but fuck it. We'll see, won't we? I really don't need to catch a lot at all. Yeah, don't copy this. I'm literally just doing this to pass an account. It's got like 0.5% left. Anyone know any good firms with discounts today? Yeah, bro. ACG are running a 35% off, which is fucking insane. Let me get the code up. What in ACG are running? Yeah, ACG's got a brazy discount on right now. What is it? Let's have a look. Yo, I don't know if Richesse works. Let me double check in it, but they've got a brazy sale on. Yeah, they got a brazy sale on. Let me see if it works. What's that? That ain't 75%, is it? What percent's that? That's like, yeah, that's 15%. Um, bro, where's this fucking code? Okay. Alright, there you go. There you go, chat. Getting these exclusive codes, cuz 35% there. 35% code BF35. Everyone go run that up. Use my link though. Use my link. Wait, let me get my link in it. Let me send you man my link. I'll drop it in the Discord right now. I'll drop it in the Discord right now. Fucking hell. I think it is just ACG / Richesse. Give me a second it. So for life, don't let the west side ride the night. Oh fuck, I can't even. Okay, cool, where it is. I'm just about to drop it in the Discord, boys. I'm just about to drop it in the chat, you man. Oh, yeah, I'll just drop that in there. If you want to get a funded account. Yeah, what we saying? Anyone know any good firms? Funding pits 25% off. You feeling any better? Not really, bro. To be fair, but I'm just firming it, man. Yeah, I don't know if this was one of their normal Black Friday. Yeah, you that one's probably the biggest one I've seen. To be fair, 35% is like the biggest discount ACG's ever done. So yeah, don't really get much better than that, chat. Don't really get much better than that. Yeah, man. Everyone send your trades in. Today I'm going to be reviewing you man's trade. So whatever trade you want me to review, send it into chart check. Alright, we've got this one, G long. Yeah, send me trades you've caught this week as well. Trades you've won, trades you've lost. Trades you've won, trades you've lost. Send them through, boys. Send them through. We'll review you man's trades. So gold order not accepted. Bro, why isn't this shit saved? Yeah, a lot of people's in them shorts though. As we said, man, I was more looking at longs. There wasn't really any need to short. It didn't end up moving nicely, man, from them longs, which is nice. Wouldn't have even got stopped out on them either. I mean, would have been a long ass hold. You'd have had to hold till like fucking all through the night. So one of them, but yeah, still decent, man. Even now, man, gold in my opinion still looking bullish. Gold's still looking bullish for me, man. Just this shit is just bullshit. Let's actually see if anything went on. Motherfucking thanks, I get. West Side Riding Night. For fuck's sake. Let me get rid of something. This is fucking annoying. Yeah, see what this was actually caused by. What time was that? What time did we start draking out? 8 o'clock. Fourth monthly gain. Gold its new high. Nothing really happened, to be fair. Gold price prediction. Gold rate today. Yeah, nothing really actually happened, to be fair. It was just normal price action. Fair enough. Don't fancy a bit of GUALG? Nah, man, not really for me, bro. Just in terms of the trend right now, I do think we're bearish. Again, like, well, you want to use your high time frame first, and then use ALG to actually enter the trade. So, like here, for example, ALG would be decent um, on Wednesday, where you swept the low there. You could have potentially got an entry up to the long. Because it was actually coming off of what we wanted. We swept the CRT low. We tapped into our fair value gap. Our bias was bullish as well. So yeah, that was an example where that one you'd want to get in. But then the days where it's not really forming, you don't. So this one here, this is one where it was forming, but our bias is bias. So you don't really just want to blindly get in. So it's just about picking that perfect time. Again, you can see here, for example, this one, our bias was bearish, right? Because we were still in that leg down. We're still in that leg down, so this is one where you would potentially, you would want to jump in. Same as this one here, when you've got the max volume. So yeah, you don't just want to blindly use it, man. You want to actually use it at certain times. This one here as well. I mean, we actually got this bias wrong, but we was bullish, and you can see the ALG did just play through. So that was a nice trade there. That was from a while ago now. So yeah, man. I'm not really looking for the ALG, to be fair, bro. What's CG saying as well? That one would have tapped in the end. I mean, not really what we wanted, but EG looking kind of bearish as well. See, this one here, I would be looking for ALG on this one right here. So you'd be more valid to go on something like this. So we just closed below in the previous candle. We actually just missed the 50%, but this one, for example, 7 pip stop, 14 pip TP. This one here, this one will be more valid because we are bearish on it. So when we have completed that CRT, so it's one of them. It's not like super optimal, but it's, do you know what I mean? We're still going in that same direction. Still going in the same direction. So yeah, that's why I'd be looking for a different type of setup. Looking at EG buys, got the bullish daily CRT. Yeah, again, man, I'm not really too sure on buys. In terms of a reverse, I do think we could have reversals, but I just don't think today. Again, I could be wrong. I would like us to come a little bit deeper in, though. Have we got anything on the weekly? Let's have a look. Probably look for it to come into the... To be fair, we filled this weekly imbalance, which is quite nice. That is quite nice. I would prefer us to come into the weekly order block, though, personally. So I would prefer us to come a little bit lower. I think this is going to be a bit more in line with the OTE there. So yeah, that's more what I'll be looking for, bro. But yeah, to be fair, DTO buys could potentially be alright. I just see these, I mean, I know we've swept this low, but I still see these as just equal lows that need to be swept. We've got 2 Asia lows here that haven't been swept. I mean, we've swept out the Asia high once, swept it out twice, so I do think these Asia lows are going to have to get hit. So hopefully we get that move there. But yeah, it definitely looks decent, VGOC, either direction, so it's not saying don't enter or anything. EG 5 minute looks horrible. Yeah, man, it's literally barcode price action, but we're getting a bit of momentum off the fair value gap, I suppose. You can see we are getting... Let's actually fix this a little bit. Because we did have this fair value gap here. I don't know if this is the one that actually would have got tapped into, or if it was a higher time frame one. Okay, yeah, it was that. But you can see we did tap into it and actually start creating some fair value gap. So you can see fair value gap there, which was printed, reacted off. We've got a fair value gap here, which was printed and reacted off. So where the fuck did that just go? So yeah, in my opinion, we are currently bearish in terms of order flow and in terms of the higher time frame. So sells just look like the obvious play for me. Yeah, this looks like the obvious play for me, in my opinion. GU looks like it could be coming up. To be fair, even a little... Bro, I literally need less than a 1-to-1. I need like 0.5% to fucking get another account passed. Just can't be asked to wait for Monday to then get a 1-to-1. And then I've got to wait like 3 days to get my phase 2. It's just long. Lou, what's your thoughts on EU? Just bearish, bro, to be fair. I mean, in terms of the internal, external, we're sort of at our levels. I mean, again, it's one of those. This little 4-hour range could be the one, but in terms of the daily, we are coming in terms of internal, external. We've got internal, then to external. Now we've got this internal. So really, we should go to external. You should always assume the market's correct. So never assume the market's lying to you on like the daily time frame. So here as well, for example, on GU. What the okay, that's an order block there. But yeah, same on GU. To be fair, EU looks the cleanest by far. You can see EU's actually got that CRT as well on the daily. If you see, we've got this high here which was swept. And then we've got this low to trade into there. So EU looks by far the best to move to the downside, which is again another reason why EG could potentially be nice to the downside. It's nice, this big candle, you can see this big candle itself was swept, which is a nice confirmation that the CRT is a good one. This is the order block we're looking at. So yeah, we could even definitely come down lower into this fair value gap as well. GU's filled it. DXY obviously could come a bit higher into here as well. So yeah, I'll personally be looking at buys. Sells on EU/GU, buys on the DXY. So yeah. It's coming up though. What's your thoughts on the EU? EG reacting well off the DTO. So many daily CRTs across the board have been formed. Yeah, trust me, man. Trust me. Okay, let me draw on the DTO real quick. Yeah, we got the DTO right here. I don't know, man. It just doesn't look too great for me. The buys just don't look too great in terms of the higher time frame as well. What I'd always want to see is, so obviously you've had an Asia session, right, where it's clearly moved. It hasn't accumulated, right? It's clearly moved. Everyone can see that. We rallied down at X amount of pips, then up again X amount of pips. So what we've either done, we've either rallied down here to mitigate something to then go higher, or we've rallied down to take liquidity and then tapped in here to go lower. So essentially, in my opinion, you're looking at, have we reacted off saying, is that the confirmation here stronger, or is the confirmation here stronger that we've reacted off of? And in my opinion, the confirmation to the downside is a little bit stronger. We've got this order block, this fair value gap, this higher time frame order block. Whereas here, well, what have we actually really reacted off of? I know we've taken the liquidity to the downside, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'd just more prefer sells. We've got these equal lows here. I could be wrong, but I just think sells are way more probable. And add into the fact where if you just zoom out, we're clearly trending downwards. So you got more chance of winning sells than you have winning buys. It's just a fact. So I get it if everything's looking really, really nice and therefore you want to go against the overall trend, fair enough. But I don't think it's that nice in terms of what we've mitigated here. Daily CRT looks decent. But yeah, nothing too great in my opinion. Superman. I could aim for a Wednesday low, New York session low. On EU, yeah. Yeah, Wednesday New York session low. Yeah, it's exactly the same really. It's the daily CRT low, New York low. So that would be your target for sure. That would be your target. We don't have any news today, do we? Just double checking. No, we don't have any news. We're obviously coming off the back of a New York bank holiday as well. So Friday, it's going to move quite a lot today because obviously there was a bank holiday yesterday for New York. Probably going to be forward testing, fair play. But yeah, this is an example for me where I'd be more looking at the Asia liquidity because it's actually in line with what we want to see. I don't want to draw it because it covers that, but yeah. This looks nice for the ALG as well. This is one where I'd look for the ALG again. Keeping it nice and simple. The trend is clearly bullish right now. Clearly bullish, right? You can see we've been trading upwards since really about 10 days now. Been really just trading upwards. Cleanly upwards as well. Not like this where it's just pure. We're actually making, obviously, lower lows. Sorry, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And then hopefully higher low, higher high. So this is one where you'd want to look for the ALG. In terms of your internal, external as well, you're looking at, okay, what's our range? So we most recently broke a high, so we're in an uptrend. What's our low? Our low's here. What's our high? Our high's here. So we obviously want to target our external high, and we want to come off of our internal order block or internal fair value gap, whatever one you want to look at it. So yeah, your overall direction anyway is here. So this is the overall direction you want price to trade into. So therefore, your ALG is just a way to get into that trade essentially. You can see we've closed above this imbalance now. It's kind of hard to mark out this imbalance, I'll be honest, because of how weird the price action was. But yeah, we've closed above it now. I'd probably go for something like that. Stop loss under this wick. You can't really have it too much lower than that. And then aiming for that higher there. It's probably what I'll be looking at on gold. But yeah, these are the difference between the ALGs I would look for and then the ALGs I wouldn't really be looking for, if that makes sense. You can see with this, we're getting the same thing. So we're getting GUs had the same thing, but the direction's completely different. I swear I heard something, once you quit puff, you're ill for like 1 to 2 to 3 weeks and you're sweet after. Yeah, bro, you literally are, innit? You're like ill, not even ill, bro. You do get ill in it, but you're more just tired, bro. And I've just been, mate. You just have nightmares, innit? That's all it is. That is what it is, bro. You just have nightmares, so you feel like you haven't slept, bro. Like even last night, bro. Peak, bro. Peak. I was having peak nightmare. Woke up at like 4 AM and just didn't go back to sleep. So I've been up since then. But you just got to firm it, man. Like, it's one of them, innit? As soon as you, like, give in and actually bun a zoot, you've wasted all of your time that you've actually put together. Still off the puff. Yeah, bro. Still off of it. I won't go back on it, innit? I definitely won't. I know I won't. Just one of them, innit? Just got to firm it for the first few months, even. But, bro, yeah, the nightmares are horrible, bro. You just wake up like you haven't slept. It's actually peak. They're so realistic as well, bro. So realistic, it's mad. And you feel like a bitch as well, because I always think, I'm like, brother, am I a child to be having fucking nightmares? Like, do you know what I mean? But it is actually true, bro. You actually get peak nightmares. So these people getting juiced. Oh, could you go? Did you try ginger shots? Yeah, I bought ginger. I've got that ginger tea now, haven't I? So that's what I've been drinking. What are you saying, Vex? What's that TP based on GU? It's just the order block, bro. Be right, I wouldn't copy this trade. I'm just doing this to pass an account in it. That's literally all I'm doing right now. Just doing it to pass an account. I need like 0.5%, so it's not even like a serious trade really. Let's get in this shit. If this reverses, I actually might kill myself. Yeah, you can see G. Just seeing the pound quite strong right now. I'm going to wait for this candle to close because it might actually invert it and then could be cooked. So let's just wait. So let's see. Right, we have actually closed above, so I'm going to chill out for a hot sec. It probably is still going to run in our direction, but there's just no point. Like, all I'm literally doing this chat because I'm on... Got this 200k account. It's up. It's on, what? 214.8k. So it's literally like, what, 0.5%? So there's no point risking it stupidly. I'm pretty... Yeah, okay. Bear in mind, it only needs to be like 7 pips up for me to have passed. So, like here, and I'm sweet. It only really needs to move up to here. What are you saying, Ali? I aren't using ALG on GU today. Nah, man, you want to use ALG on certain pairs, man. Certain pairs. On this one, for example, gold, I'd be a little bit more prone to getting on an LG. This EG one here as well. But EU and GU, where we're just so bearish, there's just not really any point. I've definitely crumbled on this one for sure, bruv. Should have just entered, innit? Is what it is, though. We'll wait and see how it does. Just no point risking it, innit? When we've, like... What are you saying, Ali? But yeah, boys, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to be reviewing you man's trades. So if any of you man have gotten any losing trades this week or winning trades, whatever, or you've been on a losing streak or whatever, anyone struggling, just send your charts into chart check and I'm going to be going over exactly why, exactly what's going on, how you can improve, how you can avoid losses or how you can capitalize on your wins a bit more. So yeah, if anyone wants a bit of help, then just drop your chart in there, man. First person that sends it, I'll just get straight to working in it. It's in chart check in the free lobby, so get that sent in, man. How can I join the Discord as I got perma banned? Can you just not make a new account? Just make a new Discord, bro, and join. Because I actually don't know how to unban people once I've already banned them. It's one of them. Once you're banned, you've sort of fucked it for yourself. Because I actually don't really know how to unban you. So, or message Stu. I'm sure Stu will probably be able to sort it. I don't know if you're going to even be able to find Stu's name, but Stu will probably be able to sort it for you. But this market closed for anyone or just me. You're probably looking at the broker that is not loading or something, bro. Many member 50%. Let's have it, boy. Come on. Haven't you got a new tune out, Jed? I can't find Stu. Haven't you got a new account, Jed? You just DM me your trade. If you man don't want to drop it in the chat, then just DM it to me. Fucking hell, there's no one sending their chart in. So no one lost a trade this week, no? No one lost any trades. Everyone's cooking. Say nothing. I rate it. I rate it. Phoenix always fucking cooks, doesn't she? Getting rejection from the detail again. GJ buyers. Let's have a look at GJ buyers. What are you saying on Yen pairs? Yeah, that moved nice yesterday. It's nice GJ yesterday. Yeah, Yen basket. I was looking at it earlier. It does look really, really bullish right now. But again, it's just not really something I'd want to be buying. Just not an optimal day for it, to be fair, bro. In my opinion, it does look bullish for the day. See, we swept out the prior day low. In terms of the 4 hour as well, like that is just a dirty sweep right there. See, we are still trying to target our external, but it's looking like it could come above and take out this wick. So yeah, man. I'd probably rather buys, to be fair, on Yen basket today. And therefore sells on UJ, EJ, GJ. See, what's the weakest right now? GJ is obviously going to be the weakest, isn't it? Or, yeah. GJ is going to be the weakest. I mean, hopefully GJ can rally up to here. If we got the max volume confirmation, this would actually be a decent trade. Yeah, we actually do. So this order block here. This order block there, I'd probably short it to this one here. If we can potentially have a little rally to then come lower, that's what I'll be looking for on GJ. Same thing really on UJ, probably this fair value gap here, but it's unlikely UJ comes back. How many pips away is that? Looks quite far. Yeah, it's like 30 pips away. Yeah, 30 pips. That is quite a lot. The M basket is pretty bullish right now. We are rallying up to the max. Bro, wasn't Tupac like not on job as well? Well, didn't he just pretend to be like a gangster? Weren't he like a good kid? Just chose to be on the road. Experience, yeah. He was a talented popular student who studied acting, poetry, and dance. Oh yeah, this is the video people always show, innit? Fucking hell, that sound effect's so loud. Bro, someone send their fucking chart in, Jesus. Is anyone not? No one lost. Okay, Kevin. Let's see what Kevin's saying. Yeah, it doesn't got to be live trades either. Kevin Bed as well. Are you part of the Ben family? I mean, the first thing I'd say is that entry is not good at all. That's the first thing I'd say. Actually, unless you went off that, where was your entry based on? Was it? If you got in there, then that's fair enough because you got like the imbalance. If you entered there, yeah, why did you enter? Send me it on the lower time frame. Go on like the 1 minute and show why you actually entered. Show me why you actually entered that. Tupac went to the sickest art performance school. Very smart lad he was. Another one, Money Morning, Commonoreville. Did gold make a dip? Let's have a look. Fucking hell, yeah, Jesus Christ. Lucky I didn't get in that to try to pass the account. Fucking hell. I don't know what's got into gold this morning. I actually don't. There's nothing on Pick Suite either. It's just moving mad. Just moving crazy, bruv. Just moving crazy, bro. India targets, price making. It ain't that, is it? Gold surges, Fed rate cut odds nearly triple in 1 week. Oh, bro, allow this Wi-Fi. What's going on with my Wi-Fi? Okay, I don't know if I've lagged out or what. Am I still on stream? Is shit still loading? My YouTube's just got cerebral. Yeah, am I lagging out, bro? For fuck's sake, really? I don't think I'm lagging. I'm not even lagging, bro. Why is Biggie just... Bro, this guy's so fucking fat. He's lagged out my YouTube, bro. Holy shit. YouTube's the only app that does that. It'll just randomly close, innit? Well, I just made myself laugh on my own stream. Um, um, we had a data glitch from CME. Oh, okay, so that's what it was. I was thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing there? Oh, that is just a fucking joke. Fair play. CM. Okay, this is Oanda as well. I think it must have just been data in general then. I think I missed some comments. I thought you said Tupac went my skull for a sec, Trap. Price might start to sell off of EU according to the fixed range volume profile. Yeah, EU's creaming nicely. Lou, I've sent one in I lost. Sweet, bro. I'll get to that. Yeah, well, I'll have a look at EU on the volume profile as well. Yeah, I think it is up there, right? Yeah, nice. It's similar level to GU as well, I think. To be fair, it's completely different what I even talked about. But yeah, that would be nice, man. If we can get a retracement over the New York session. EU short on pre-Londons is creaming. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, whereabouts did you get in? I'm assuming it was a DTO trade. I'm assuming it was a DTO trade. Nice. Yeah, nice. This is what I'm talking about, chat. This is what we was talking about with the ALG. You want to reply at certain time. We give you all the tools necessary, either the DTO or the ALG. It's just about like you've got to stick to the higher time frame first, and then use those as ways to apply it. Just as obviously Mace has done on the pre-London this morning, which is lovely. So yeah, that's lovely. Obviously we've got the daily CRT. There's a lot of confirmations to the downside as well. It's pretty obvious, really. Obviously, as we've been saying for the longest time, we've been breaking lows, breaking lows, breaking lows. You got to just look at the law of averages, chat. Like, when was the last time we broke a high? Didn't break this, 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 didn't break this. So you really think we're going to reverse and break this? Probably unlikely. I mean, it can happen, but it's probably unlikely. The most probable thing is we just continue down. Add that to the fact we've got our daily CRT. Add that to the fact we've tapped into our internal to external on the daily. Add that to the fact we've got our internal external on the 4 hour. Add that to the fact where even if we did want to go bullish, we've got our 4 hour to trade into anyway, even if we did want to go like that. So yeah, all roads were pointing to the short. So yeah, it's a lovely little short there in the pre-London. There's been a data issue with CMC data center, large provider on Forex future equities market causing issues with pricing. Oh, fair play. Right, let's have a look in the chart checks. We've got a trade taken out a Friday low. Taking out Friday low. Got a reaction from FUG. Yeah, I just don't know what about your entry, bro. But I don't know about your entry, Kevin. I'm assuming you got in off like a breaker structure or something there. Yeah, I don't know why you got in. Check my EU trades. Cool. Right, people are sending in their charts. Let's review it. Yeah, let me quickly tell Kevin. I mean, yeah, in terms of this one, Kevin, you just wanna realize, man, the higher time frame comes first, and then you use ALG for that. So same way on EG here. As I said, EG, we're already bearish, right? You look at the trend, we're clearly bearish. You look at everything else, in terms of what we've been mitigating. I mean, yesterday was the main thing, but so we've came into the this order block. I think this was on the 15-minute. Came into that order block, had a nice sell-off. We've then had nice accumulation here. We've got this other order block or fair value gap there. We've then swept Asia high there. This is a point where you would want to go with the ALG because it's already in line. But it's not like I'm logging onto the chart and just looking at this and going, cool, we've taken the high, we've had this, we've had XYZ, so I'm going to enter the short. Because you're going to get cooked way too often if you do that. You do need to do your due diligence on the higher time frame. And if it's showing you clear signs that we're going to trade down anyway, you apply our entry techniques to the market. For example, the ALG there. You apply that to the market. Boom. Simple shit, right? How would you have done? Alright, let me quickly go through some people's trades because people are sending it through. If I missed any comments as well, chat, just put them in again. Alright, we'll start off with Tony, then we'll get on to Mehmet. Fuck's sake. It's a cool little haircut there. I'm trying to think of someone that has, oh my god, that's like a lesbian cut, you know, and it's like up and then down. Oh my days, who has that? Oh my god, I've got a person in my head. She's on like political debate channels. I can't remember, and I have no idea what her name is. I'll think of it. Right, yeah, we'll start off with Tony, then we'll go down to this, right? So let's have a look. 15-minute inversion, then 5-minute FEG. Took Asia low. I think I know why I got cooked. Let me know on live. Alright. So it was this 27th. So this was yesterday. This was yesterday at 7:50. Alright, on EU. Let's take a look. So this was this one here, right? Cool. So let's go back to when you would have actually entered the trade. So again, this is another matter of what this looks like you've done is you have gone primarily off of this here. You've gone like this first, and then you've looked at a higher time frame. You've gone off of what you've seen here, and the problem with doing this, chat, is you're way too prone to inducement. And what I mean by inducement is a few big candles can completely change your bias, right? You then think this is going to happen. So again, where you went wrong is you need to start from the higher time frame. That's the first and foremost, is start from the higher time frame. If you don't know what higher time frame to start off, I personally go monthly and daily are my two main ones that tell you the most. I mean, monthly's not like everything, so don't even like worry too much about the monthly, but it would be really helpful if you just got fucked off. So yeah, the first thing I'd say is start off with a higher time frame. So looking at this, you should look at this market here, and you should think, right, in an ideal world, I get in sells. Like, don't overcomplicate shit. The trend is your friend. In an ideal world, you get in sells. Alright, and then again, it's just about doing a few little things. Again, you haven't got to do everything. Just got to do a few simple things. You then go, cool, where's the... This is really annoying the way this is on the chart. You then go, okay, let me actually use a fresher U. Alright, cool. So you then go, right, simple shit really. Where's our current range? That's the first thing you identify, right? So our current range high is here. Our current range low is there. Is it a bullish range or is it a bearish range? It's a bearish range. Cool. So number one, we have our trend, which is bearish. Number two, this is the most important thing. Well, second most important thing to the trend is what are we coming from and what are we going to? And it's the second most important thing. What are we going from and what are we coming to? Then you can actually start to build a framework. And all you need to do is internal, external. So you got your high, you got your low, you got your internal liquidity. Again, you haven't got to be a genius. It's already tapped in. You're just like looking at the market. So this order block here is our internal, and then our external is obviously this low. And the good thing about this now is you know where you're heading to, right? You know where we're going. So even if you do get something like this, it's like this, right? Say you're driving somewhere. So you're driving here, and you got to go there. You know what it's like when you drive, right? You might have to go like this. You've got to go round, and then at some point, you've got to go backwards, but only to then go forwards, right? When you're driving, you don't go like that. The road isn't like that. We're not an aeroplane, right? You've got to go left, go right, do whatever, and at some point, you've got to go back to then go forward. you need to always keep in mind what are you coming from and what are you going to. Because when you have that, you're not really going to care about the fact we're going backwards, right? Because you know what we're going to. So when you've got this, it's very simple stuff. You've got your range. And you haven't got to do this every day either. You obviously do this like once a week or whatever and then just check up on it. Check the name of the Namibian. Yeah, no, I did see that, Nick. Have you seen he come out and was like, I have no intention to act like my namesake or something. I have no intention of world domination or genocide. Like, Bro, Africans are funny, bro. There was I see some African football player called his name's Marxism Lenin, and he was a left winger, which is so ironic. I'm sure that was his name. Right. I think he was called that. This is it. Oh no, he's Brazilian. For those of you that don't know, a bit of a sidetrack here. This guy's essentially like the Lionel Messi of the right wingers, and then also was the Russian bro, who's essentially like Pele for the left wingers. Sorry. This geezer basically invented communism, and this geezer basically like brought the Soviet Union into communism. I don't know the full history, chat, but yeah, this is the geezer that started communism, and they called him Marx Lenin. And so ironically, he's actually a left winger apparently, which is just so funny. Anyway, yeah. So now you know where you're coming from and what you're going to. You do that on a daily time frame, and you've got a bit of a direction now. And all you do now is go on the 4 hour, and you do the same thing, right? So again, current range, because we want to like break this actual leg down here now. So we go on the 4 hour. Obviously, again, our external's the same. We still know we're breaking lows. That's the main thing that matters to us. So this is our 4 hour low we're going to be targeting. And then it's just about looking at an order block here. Again, you haven't got to be a genius in it. You just literally look to the left. Cool. And now you've got this on your chart. When you go down into this, you're not even going to think about getting into the shorts. You're not even going to think about it. Because you know where you're coming from and what you're going to. If you don't know where you're coming from and what you're going to, it's really just guesswork, and you're never going to be able to like properly succeed. So yeah, I think all you've really got to work on, Tony, is start with your higher time frame. Have a clear direction. And as I said, once you've got this on, all you're going to be thinking of, which is what I do, is how can I get in shorts today? How can I get in shorts? Whether that's the DTO, right? Again, whether the Asia session may form on this day. Let me just draw it. I'm not even going to bother drawing it, but there it might form, and then we take the high, and we've got a chance to get in shorts off the ALG, or it will form and we just drop like this, and then we'll be looking at continuations. But either way, your eyes are on sells because you're going with a higher time frame. And the good thing about this as well is it all starts off with the trend, right? And when you're going in line with a trend, you've just got more chance of winning. It's just a fact. Because shit just normally does continue. Just think about the trend of anything. We've broke lows. We haven't broken any highs. But we're breaking lows. Think about it like a football player, bro. If these are all penalties, right, let's say Messi scored a penalty. Are you really going to predict that he's going to miss a penalty? Like, no. Any type of trend's the same. If something's happening over and over again, chances are that it's going to continue again. Which just means you're on the right side. You're fighting a downhill battle rather than trying to catch something crazy. And that way as well, you're flowing with the market rather than trying to fight the market. You're just flowing with it. You know you should really be right. And then, yeah, as I said, once you've got that bias, then at this point here, you'd be looking at sells because you've already seen what will come off, and you can do what I tell you to do, which is, for example, draw on your max volume, and then again, okay, you've got an order block here, which we did have on the live, by the way. I think Mehmet pointed that out. And then you potentially be looking for shorts off here. I don't know, something like this, whatever it may be, right? I'm not going to draw the exact trade, but you'd be looking way more for sells. Obviously, this is... Fuck, okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's essentially where I think you went wrong, bro. That's where I think you went wrong. All right, cool. Let's move on to Mehmet. I don't think you actually seriously want me to review this trade, do you? So I'm so I'm just skip that. His folks couldn't have known. Yeah, trust me. To be fair, I had a mate in South Africa whose mate was called Aqua Fresh. Oh my fucking god! Why do they do that? Like, what's the law behind them actually doing that? Is it so they're more recognisable? Explain what an order block is and how United's going to correctly mark out. Yeah, I'll get that into a sec, bro. Trade soon. Yeah, we will be monitoring trades. We're just reviewing people's trades right now. If I missed any comments, boys, just put them in the chat again. I'm seeing GU longs in my dumb. I wouldn't personally be looking at GU longs. EU melting and GU's going up. Yeah, bro. Just look at EG for that. How would you have done your entry on the short? Alright, cool. I'm just going to review these in it. If you've got anything else to say, boys, just put it in again, because I don't know if I've already answered it or if it's... Are you in a trade right now? Nah, bro. I was going to enter this one just to pass an account, so I need like 0.5% to pass. I should have done it, because it would have passed by now, but fuck it. I ain't worried. What was it? It was here, wasn't it? Yeah, it would have been that. And I would have only had to catch... What, like 0.6. So yeah, I would have closed it out there. To be fair, I would have just done this wick low here. 10 pips, but yeah, it is what it is. I just didn't want to risk losing the trade for just a stupid reason, especially on live. But cool, let's move on to the next person. Check this banger for the first trade is 3.6 and the second is 2.6. This is Euro USD. When's this? 26th of November. Right, this long here. I mean, I don't really trade the New York session, but yeah, it's a lovely trade. Again, it's just kind of in line with your bias, what you'd really look for. So again, I'll make a point on this. I won't spend too long on this one because it is a New York session trade, but yeah, this is a slightly better of a trade because, again, I know it's not going in line with the trend, so in my opinion, it wouldn't be a completely optimal trade. You're still going to lose way more of these than you are going to win. Just by the nature of you're going against the trend. But you can see you still, like, we're in the recovery phase, right? To then come down. So it's just about, again, knowing what you're coming from and what you're going to. So, for example, on the higher time frame, you're still aware you're coming from this order block and going to this external low. Right, you know that. And then on the 4 hour, now you've got to decide, okay, what are we going from and what are we coming to? So again, it's the same thing, chat. Exact same thing. You know you want to come from this and then go to this. Right, so we need to get there. Right, so let's narrow it down. So essentially now our target is here. So what are we going to come from in order to get there? Or the sensible thing would say from this fair value gap to there. And once you get here, then you're looking for your sales down. So yeah, I can see why you maybe would have still thought it was going on this order block. So yeah, it's just when you get like 90% up of an order block, it normally, like when you get this high, I would never really want to enter into a short just because it normally says that you're like, it's not going to be respected essentially. So at that point, when we did encroach like 90%, I would have just assumed it would be this order block here. So again, what we coming from in the higher time frame, we're coming from there and we're going to there. And in terms of the 4 hour, what we're coming from here to then go to here, right? And then when we get here, we're going from there to there. So it's just about like putting your framework in place and it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, that's a dub trade right there. Dub trade. Bro, is this GU running or what? Yeah, dub trade. Dub trade. Dub trade. Dub trade, yeah. There was also a 4-hour CRT on the pullback, which I targeted daily CRT. Yeah, nice. Nice, good shit, good shit. Let's have a look at this gold trade. Is this today? Is this right now? Can't really tell. Yeah, this is right now. No worries, Tony. Bro, I fucking love the volume indicator. I'm so glad I joined the mentorship for it. Shows the clearest order box. Yeah, trust me, bro. That one yesterday was clean as fuck. Yeah, this one looks nice. I mean, I can't really review it because it's... Okay, wait. Oh, it's already TP'd. Why does this trade look different? This one looks like less than 2R, and this one looks like 3R. Or am I just bugging out? Yeah, dub trade anyway. Like, Mehmet, the volume thing is beautiful. Yeah, trust me, bro. He's unreal. Okay, yeah, EU shorts from here. Got tapped in at 11:30. Had my sell limit, so I went gym and got tapped in. I said let it go because I know my analysis is on point. It's 9.89 RR. Yeah, nice. I would never really enter a trade at this point here. But yeah, it's a nice trade. It's a nice trade. You got the volume there as well, which is nice. Yeah, dub trade really. Not really much more that can be said on that. Did you? Let me see. 11. Yeah. So yeah, it's exactly, yeah. It's the same thing really. It was based on that level there, which is fair enough. Again, you're just going with a higher time frame. You know more than likely this is the point where we're going to start selling off, which obviously did. You just mark out the max volume, which, as we said earlier in the earlier trade, was here. So yeah, it's pretty simple, man. Nice entry there, sell down. Good psychology really to jump in that without any refinement. But yeah, fair play, bro. Decent trade, nice trade. It's like an account passing trade right there, so that's nice, man. What's this? Oh, that AU short, yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Luke, can you quickly go over when you use the volume indicator, best part to use it? Let me see. Honestly, don't know why it's a short bias. Check the higher time frame, and I'm still long bias in GU. Took out the monthly low. It's just, bro. Did you not listen to what I said, Vex? Broke a low. Right, let's go. On the daily, right, we broke a low. We broke a low. We broke a low. Broke this low. Didn't break this high. 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 So you're going against what the market's telling you. The trend is clear. Look, just, again, if you're struggling, go on the line chart. Where would you say is the next stop? You got to make it really, really simple. Where would you say is the next stop? What is the most likely thing to happen? What part of trading would tell you that this high is going to get hit rather than this low? Like, what? I don't understand. It's clear. I'm way more likely to hit this low. Way more likely. Taking lows, taking lows. It's a trend. Yeah, I don't really know how you not under. I don't know if you're trolling or what, Vex, but yeah, bro. But you check mine on gold. Yeah, it was a lovely one on gold, bro. Next trade you in. Still kind of liking the look of potential gold buyers, to be honest with you. Um, EG, EG's just slowly making its way to this low as well. Hopefully we can come up on EG. I feel like we could potentially come up to this order block here. Alright, fuck me. For GU. It's the same thing really, bro, to be honest with you. Again, let's go over it. Again, if you're looking at this, or should I say, wait, if you're looking at this, then yeah, it looks long. Let me draw on again. If you're looking at purely this, then yeah, it looks long. But you got to look at the whole context of the market. Remember, every leg up needs a retracement. The market's not going to do that forever. Every part of this had a retracement. If you was to just look at this thing as it on itself, just this on its own, then yeah. But this is why it's important to have what are you coming from and what are you going to. Because if you don't have that, then yeah, you would just see that as bullish because you'd see it as a break of structure. You need to see what we're coming from, what we're going to. So again, we're in a bearish range from here to here. So automatically our target overall is here. I mean, GU is less clear, so I do sort of, like, it's more understandable. But even still, I think you can see, bro, like the trend is still clearly bearish. Don't just look at just this. Look at this when you're looking at your CRT and things like that. When you're looking at your daily, you want to see the actual trend that we're having. Not just that. This love making my train journey go fast. Come on, Jed. What prop firm are you trading with? Yeah, ACG, man. ACG's got that fat discount. I've just dropped it in the chat as well. If I missed any comments, boys, just put them in again. Are you 5 pip away from entry, 3 pip away? How sad. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't jump in on this in the end. It was kind of bullshit. Fair play. Yeah, I mean, GU was a bit harder to depict. So I do hear that, Vex. But if you're worried about what one's easier on EU or GU, just go on the DXY. Go on the DXY and have a look at what the DXY is doing. Again, breaking highs. Most recently broke a high. Right, most recently, what have we done? We've come from our internal liquidity to our external, exactly as we'd have wanted. So again, we're just going to assume that that's going to happen again. We've got our new external high since taking that other one, as you can see. So yeah, there wasn't really a clear point of interest here. I mean, you probably would have just gone off that daily order block there or something. I actually went down for the 4 hour. Actually, no, 8 hour, I think, was it? 8 hour? Okay, what the wait. Yeah, it was 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour there. This is the exact same one as EU. And yeah, just look at the DXY. Where's the DXY coming from? It's coming from this order block. Where's it going to? It's going to this high. So yeah, it's pretty standard shit. I mean, yeah, GU was harder to trade, but hopefully you can see now why what happened. Luke, can you quickly skim over the volume indicator? Oh yeah. Yeah, if I'm okay, yeah. So the volume indicator, you want to use it on distribution points. So like this, for example, when we have a big sell-off. When we have a big sell-off, you want to draw it from the high to the low. and then use it in alignment with your order block to then go lower. So really the same is true here. So we can see when price is trending is really when you want to use it. So we've got a sprint, recovery, and then our next sprint down. So you draw it from the top or your high to the bottom or your low, and then you'd say cool. So this is our optimal place to come back into. And you just go on your time frames till you see a correlating order block. So for example here we've got a 4-hour one. And then you'd wait for price to go into that and then look to take a trade. So you don't really want to use it on days, I mean you could use it on days like that, for example. You wouldn't really want to use it here. You can see price is sort of choppy, so it's not really going to tell you much. And when it consolidates, there's going to be volume at pretty much every point, because I mean that's why it consolidates, because there's just equal distribution. But yeah, in trending markets is when you want to use it. Trending market, so when there's a clear leg up or there's a clear leg down. So let's see this one for example. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, yeah, see this one didn't actually help at all. So it's not always going to be helpful. I mean, you can sort of use your common sense though. It's like if you was to use this, and it tells you your max. To be fair, it sort of did a little bit, but yeah, like this is one where I wouldn't use it, because if you actually draw on the range, it's not even in the discount, so it's just not optimal at all, really. So you'd want one for it to be actually in the discount and then go higher. You don't just want to blindly use it completely. You do want to use it in line with what you're already doing. So this one, for example, was in the premium. It was also basically laying on within the OTE, so that's a nice confirmation. Same with this one. You can see if you draw it on, this one's nicely in the premium, and if you draw on the OTE, it's in line with the OTE. So that's when you really would want to use it, bro. Because if I analyse it too much, I can't enter. I've been studying trading for 3 years. Maybe today was just a difficult day and it's minor. Yeah, it probably was, bro. Because if I analyse it too much. Been using order blocks more than FVGs for continuation. Fair play. I like to see them filled more than entry. I can't let FVGs get rammed through. Order blocks more reliable. I like fair value gaps, and fair value gaps or more. Yeah, bro. Ride my Discord. Okay, these two are just literally just these two are just talking. Yeah, anyone who wants me to analyse any other trades you've had, maybe you've had some losers this week, get it up and I'll try to show you how you could have avoided it. Wow, that trade we had would have got stop hunted to piss. So this one, for example, if you was looking at, I'm not really looking at sells, but if you was looking at sells, for example, you do from the top of the distribution to the bottom. See the max volume is around this order block. So if you was looking at sells, you'd be looking for price to come into here and then sell. I'm getting texted bears. Right, May's just sent me that trade he had, so let's draw this on. Yeah, so I think he got on from the 5-minute order block. Like 15-minute was it? Yeah, 15-minute. Let me try to draw out this trade that May's got on. So yeah, again, it was just in terms of having a direction. Had a clear direction. So again, he had a clear direction being bearish, and then he just got in the trade. Simple as that. Waited for a little bit of a distribution. Price obviously reacted off the daily to open, had a rejection. So we just look to continue that same move. So you got in off that order block there. It's probably a fair value gap on like the 10-minute or something. Yeah, it was a tiny one. So yeah, you got in there. Where was his? Where's his stop? His stop is just above this candle's high. Oh. It's actually still running, so we'll see. think it was a 5 pip stop. Yeah, 5 pip stop. Aiming for the prior week 50%, which is where 5,580. Oh, it's TP'd now, nice. Which strategy are you using? ALG and DTO continuations, bro. Time and price is all you need. Yeah, facts. Didn't overtrade this week at least. Yeah, that's the main thing for you, bro. Vex, the thing is, bro, if you've been trading for 3 years, you're in the stage of refinement. Like, you don't need to learn anything else, really. You just need to actually learn how to apply what you've already learned. But yeah, I mean, the main thing for you, first and foremost, is that over trading. So you can actually start to make improvements on that. So you're definitely going in the right direction. I mean, even for you, if you've just lost one trade this week, you got to look at that as a positive, because previously you probably would have lost one and then lost 4 more after that. Which, as you know, you're never going to make it as a trader. If you're seriously trying to make it as a trader, you're never going to make it by doing that. So yeah, it's still an improvement, bro. I'm assuming you've won trades this week anyway as well. So yeah, you've got to take positives from the negatives, man. Had a monster trade off that daily order block on EU in the end, Lou. Off that daily order. Oh, nice. What this? What one? This one here. Nice, man. Yeah, anyone else who's got some trades, send them in. Slappo. Okay, nice. Slappo got in that similar trade as Mace. I think that was from the DTO. Fucking hell. Oh, EG. Yeah, I think that was from the DTO. Let's have a look. 5870. Oh no, it's actually a bit lower. Yeah, nice, man. Lovely trade again. That's what I'm saying, chat. It's what I'm trying to teach people a bit more to realise. What I've realised a few of our members are going wrong with is they're trying to pattern trade too much rather than looking at the bias first and then using what we've told you to actually enter the trade. The ALG and the DTO continuations, your final piece of the puzzle. That comes last. That comes last. As I said, you can't use it primarily because you're going to get induced far too much. You're going to see 2 big candles. You're going to see 2 big candles and think, yeah, I'm going to enter a long. Or 2 bearish candles and think, yeah, I'm going to enter a short. So yeah, that's perfect, man. That's perfect. You look at your hard time frame bias first, and you either use the DTO strat to get in shorts or ALG strat to get in shorts, depending on whatever the market throws at you. The reason we give you these DTO strat and the ALG strat is because we know how London works. We know how London distributes. London will either go off here or it will go off here, right? So you need your bias first, and then whatever the market does, however it enters, you're going to be able to get in, either off the DTO, as we said, or it's going to come higher and you can get in off the ALG. 12 pips away from my 40p. Lovely, bro. 0 I hit NAS 2.4 this week and a 0.7 loss. Now prob's going to lose this, so yeah, been a decent week. 0.7 loss of 3 trades this week. Yeah, that's definitely an improvement, bro. The way you got to look at it as well is anything in the green is a positive week. Like, a lot of you lot are probably still in the phase of trying to get funded. Why is it so dark? You're in the phase of trying to get funded, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult. You got to sort of push. When you're funded like Mace and I, you only need like 2% a week, or even 1% a week. It's more than enough. It really is. Like, you just got to push it heavily right now. So like, even so, what you said, 0.7 loss, 2.4 win. So what's that? What's that? 17R in it? Sorry, 1.7%. So yeah, 1.7% for the week you'd be on. Just do the numbers. That's on a 200k account. It's $3,000. So like, the only reason you lot are having to aim for these crazy amounts right now is because you're trying to get funded. Once you're funded, that's a perfect week, man. 1.7% clean. Continuing down. Hopefully we can continue down to that CRT low as well. G, you taking a piss? Yeah, trust me. You up this week? Yeah, bro. Not by a lot though, to be fair. I've had better weeks, but as I said, it's not about like when you're decently funded. Like a 1%, 2% week is sick. It's like it's actually fine. Should have really entered that. Fuck it, no, I shouldn't have. It's just not worth it, innit, really. Not worth it. GU buys. I wouldn't really be looking at GU buys, bro. You know, I'm gonna go to my neighbour's gym now. No trades, but a decent learning week. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Mehmet, bro. Have a good one, man. Sir, your neighbour's got a gym. Bro, it's actually so dark in here. How to map out all the blocks correctly. The first key for marking out order blocks is making it easy for yourself. So a lot of people struggle to mark out good order blocks because they're on a too low of a time frame. So for example, let me find a good example. Like let's go on the daily, for example, right? Let's go on the daily. So if we can rewind back to here. Okay, it always does this, bro. So if we rewind back to here, show you how to mark out the good order blocks. So first things first, make it easy for yourself. People go wrong because they look at this in like the 1 hour time frame. If your chart looks like this, if I ever see you looking at a chart looking like this, I'll fucking punch a hole through your laptop. Like, this is so difficult. You're never going to be able to accurately mark order blocks because there's so many of them. There's like 3 here, 3 here, fucking 2 here, another 2 here, another 1 there, another 2 there. There's like 15 to choose from. It's so difficult, right? You should never be looking at it with this many candles. No one's a genius. No one can pick out the specific one out of all this shit. You need to make it easy for yourself, right? So use a time frame where this leg down is about 5 to 10 candles. Alright, so on the daily time frame, if we look at this leg down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7 candles, right? So 7 candles. And now, it's almost a matter of common sense at this point, right? It's almost a matter of common sense. So now we've literally got one order block that it can potentially be. And you just do your check. So you go from the range high to the range low. You want it to number 1 be in the premium. That's number 1. So obviously above your equilibrium, or obviously in an uptrend below your equilibrium. And also your OTE. Draw on your OTE. If it's in line with your OTE, it's another confirmation. If you want an even bigger confirmation, draw on your max volume. But I'd be careful with the max volume, especially on the higher time frame. So I'd mainly just say, make it easy for yourself. Again, we can do that for the prior range as well. It's not rocket science. Again, very, very simple to see what we're going to come off of. If you go on the hourly, it's fucking bare hard to see what you're going to come off of. We got order block there. We got one 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 there. It's way too difficult. If you're on the daily, break it down to the legs between 5 and 10 candles. So you got from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, wow, 6, 7 again. So 7 candles again. Mark on your high and your low. And then it's literally just a matter of common sense. We literally have one order block. Literally have one order block. And again, if you want to do your checks, make sure it's in the premium. So, is it in the premium? Yes, it's in the premium. And then your OTE again. Is it in the OTE? Yes, it's kind of round about the OTE level. And then you can see, it's not, I know you're probably wanting some like crazy sauce, some like crazy secret sauce, and how I find all the blocks. But it's literally just doing the simple things. And I know it sounds annoying and it sounds boring, but that is literally it. It's just about doing the simple things. Like even with this one, there's too many candles here. I couldn't depict. I was potentially looking at shorts from this order block here, right? And then it didn't happen. And then I was then moved on to this order block. The reason being is because there was nothing on the daily, so it just became a lot harder. On the 4 hour, there's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 30 candles, right? And even me, who you think's sick at marking out order blocks, bro, I didn't know if it was this one or if it was this one. How the fuck am I meant to know? There's no secret sauce. There's no answer for it. It's just make it easy for yourself. That's really it. That is really the long and short of it, to be fair. So that's why the daily is obviously always going to be your key. Always going to be your key time frame. So it just makes it a lot easier. And that's why, obviously, for me, this range was a lot easier to trade than this range here, because we had to break it down on the 4 hour, which was a bit more difficult. So yeah, that's what I'd say. You're probably you're wanting some secret sauce probably, but there's no secret sauce to it. It's literally just doing the simple things and accepting that it is simple. You might wick to wick. Yeah, normally I do, bro. Normally I do. Yeah, we were talking about Monday entry. GU buys. I wouldn't be looking for GU buys, bro. No, I wouldn't be looking for GU, bro. What would your TP be on gold, mate? Got in buys at what, 416. Previous highs at 94. I'd be wait. So you got in at where? 4165. So you got in here. Decent entry. 4165 entry. Where was your TP? TP was. Where's your stop loss as well? That's kind of important. I mean, if your stop loss is at this low here, then I'd literally just aim for this max volume here. Thing is about the max volume, chat, is not only is it good for like seeing where it might reverse, but also price is always going to be attracted to this level, because it means when it's the max volume, it means price is happy trading within this area. As you can see, if you just look at the consolidation, price is clearly comfortable trading within this area. So I'd literally just mark out your max volume area. I'd aim for that, and you're just stacking the odds in your favour. More than likely, we should tap into that. What you don't want to start doing, especially for gold, is we could get up to the actual max volume itself and start to reverse. We could come up to the Asia high, start to revert. Asia high and start to reverse. Yeah, I mean, 42 is the next like level, I suppose you'd say level you'd want to hit. But yeah, I'd say just go with the max volume, man. Go with the max volume. Any entry? What pair, bro? What pair are you looking at, Umesh? Yeah, Big Joe, is that a question, or were you just talking to someone in the chat? I feel like the charts kind of need to be boring and tedious for you to know you are kind of doing it right. Yeah, facts. Yeah, that is facts. Like, it's literally just the simple things. Like 90% of it is literally just what is the trend. So you look at a market like this, it's literally what is the current trend, bearish. What's the current range from here to here? Where's our internal here? Where's our external here? And then when we get to or if we're here, for example, we've used DTO continuation or ALG reversal to getting buyers up to that. And when price trades into that, we use our DTO continuation or ALG to trade down into that. It's literally simple, man. All you need is the trend. Really, you just need the trend, range, internal / external, and then ALG / DTO continuations in this order as well. So this first, this second, this third, this fourth, and you'll be sweet. And especially if you're doing these first two things specifically, you're gonna have way more chance of winning, because as I said, you're going in the flow of the market. You're following the market. You're not trying to fight it. You're following what it's doing already. So yeah, that's the 4 things really you need. So there's a lot of learning that goes into all them things, but stop is at the low of 160. Fair play. Yeah, nice. But yeah, that's where I'd aim for, bro. That's where I'd aim for. Just where that max volume is. Let's actually quickly just mark it on a bit more specifically. Yeah. Probably 185 at the max is what I'd aim for. Yeah, that's what I'll be aiming for, bro. Again, should we continue higher above that? Yeah, we probably should, but you don't really want to risk coming here, pissing about, having a rejection, and then going higher. There's just no point. You want to just get out here. If you can get out here in the next like 30 minutes, that's ideal. You don't want to get out here in the next fucking 8 hours. It's just not worth it. But yeah, nice entry there, boys. My thinking would be that price should take the Asia high and then sell off and caused by the calling fault. As this sell off is caused by the calling fault at the CME. Look at the 1 minute candles at 5 a.m. Oh yeah, yeah, brazy, absolutely brazy candles there. Yeah, mad. That's what I aim for, just this region here. We know that price is comfortable trading within that, so you just want to aim for that, in my opinion. But yeah, it's a nice trade though. Yeah, this is taking the utter piss. I'm glad I didn't jump in that now. I keep saying I'm glad and I'm not glad. I'm glad and I'm not glad, but I am glad. Is the order block just the last big candle before the big move? Yeah, that's exactly it, bro. The last down candle before we move up, or the last up candle before we move down. Proper trader, mate. It's nice to see. Been watching all the scam idiots like TJ Goes Global. What an absolute clown. Full porting, and he's 24 stop losses in a row. He lost 250k last week. Fucking hell. Who's TJ Goes Global? Is that not TJR? See what I'm saying? Look at that trade, bro. Anyone can do that. It's a 1-to-1. Insane live gold trade smash, bro. It's literally a 1-to-1. You got a 50% chance of winning. Who is this guy? Bro, that's literally a negative RR trade. Like, what the fuck? Bro, like, literally anyone can do this. There's a 50-50 chance you win. This is not trading. This is not fucking trading. Yeah, you got to allow these type of people, man. Appreciate that though, bro. I don't know that TJ Goes Global. He might actually be sweet, but the chat's saying he's an L, so it must be an L. Who's your competition, bro? He's running the UK scene right now. Oh, swear down. Who is it, bro? Was it TJ Goes Global? Why do people watch these people that go in for 1-to-1s? Never actually seen him. I've never actually seen any of his shit. Let's have a look at his videos. He can't be running the scene. Surely not this guy, surely. Oh, this guy. I've seen this guy's videos. He's actually kind of funny, bro. Some of his videos are kind of jokes.
My account is about to be liquidated.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen this guy.
My account
I
is
have
about
seen
to
this
be
guy.
liquidated. I mean, I had some insane trades the past 6 weeks, but the last 2 weeks has been challenging to say the least. I'm down probably over 100,000.
Bro, the business model's so obvious. For those of you that don't know, I'm not even gonna bother exposing this guy's business model, but holy shit.
3K payout pending right after my account came back from a payout, meaning we're around 4K payouts this month. Now last week I received my payout from everything. $44,000 from trading today. That covers my Rolls Royce break. This guy, man. Rolls Royce don't pay for the month, and my car gets paid for the month. And yes,
All these people's business models are the exact fucking same. Man said he's running the scene. Oh, he was lying. He says he is the best trader in the country, and he's met all the others, had taken them on jets, etc. And he will call out any trader and beat them. He lost on full porting this week. Oh, no, yeah. I'm not even gonna bother saying this geezer's business model. I'll let him make his money. I'm not a hater, but yeah, just none of my com go over there. I'm not even gonna bother exposing his business model. A lot of you man probably know already. Like, fair play to him. He's making dough in it. As long as he ain't grifting my community, I don't really care. People was always going to fall for people like this anyway. You're fighting a losing battle to even try and expose it, so fair fucks to him, innit? If he's trying to make money, he's trying to make money. It's like, none of it comes from actually trading though, but you man probably know that anyway. Don't let the west side ride tonight. See if anyone's been sent in. Yeah, nice trade there, chat. Yeah, man. Anyone got any other trades you man are looking at? If not, then I'll probably call it a day, man. Remember, ACG have got that mad discount on right now. ACG have got that mad discount. If you man want to get 35% off, go through that link and use that code, boys. Yeah, lovely trade there. Gatekeeper. Yeah, nice. The end basket did move up off that in the end, which is nice. It didn't end up coming into these levels, but didn't really expect it to, so still got the direction right. JPY has fucking been easy this last few weeks, man. Constantly preaches against having IB affiliates and won't charge for anything. Now he's lost a prob milli a month. He's selling courses now. Add IB links to show his recent instas. That's all people like this do, bro. Like, fuck me. There's a reason why they full port and can lose dough like that. They get money for every lot size you spend. They get like a tenner for every lot size you spend. So put it this way, right? If this stream, let's say this stream, right, the entire time on this stream, I was scalping gold, scalping gold, scalping gold. I'm not even going to go into it, innit? I'm not even going to go into it. I'm not even going to go into it. And let's say all you man were copy trading me. Do you know how much dough I could make? If I've got fucking 100 people in a live, and every single one's copy trading me, spamming these, I'd make like fucking $3 a live. Like, people do that well. I know people that have them IB links but actually give out good trades. There's a difference in it. But full porting and shit, like, that's just, like, we know the reason for that. But like, having an IB doesn't mean you're a scammer. Like, that does, you can have an IB and still be a good trader in it. It's just like, it depends on the quality you're giving out. I know people personally that have IB links and make money off IB links, but they're giving out good trades, like, and they're giving out good knowledge. But yeah, just depends. Don't call it a day. I'm not in Edinburgh yet. Why are you going to Edinburgh? Why you going Edinburgh, bro? This GU is literally. Yeah, man. Anyone actually looking at anything else, or should I jump off, man? Let me know if anyone's looking at anything. If you do want one-to-ones, chat, just send me a DM on TikTok. I mean, on send me a DM here. Just message me one-to-ones. I've got a few slots open for one-to-ones. If you want me to mentor you personally one-to-one, I'll continue to mentor you indefinitely until you get funded and get your first payout. Guarantee. You are guaranteed to get a payout if you're doing one-to-ones with me. I'll work with you until that happens. There are good trades in Edinburgh. Wait, what? Yeah, we get it, mate. He slates others that do it, but he started. You're a good lad, mate. Nothing like this guy. Oh no, Def can't trade. 27 stops in a row on full ports. Yeah, that's crazy, Titan. That's insane, bro. 27 stop losses in a row on one-to-ones as well, bro. That's like betting red and getting black 27 times. Like, just call it a day. Just call it a day. That's actually crazy. That's crazy, Titan, bro. Yeah, someone said you had a new song out, Jed. What was your about? I can't remember what it was called. It was. Can't remember what it was called. What was it? What was it, Jed? Someone was saying you got a new tune out. We'll bang it on real quick. I'll try to find it. It's gonna be hard to find though. Unless you tell me the name. I'm trying to find your other video. It's probably on likes, isn't it? How do I find what videos I've liked? Liked videos. There we go. Where the fuck's this video? Where's Jed's music, bro? Why can't I find it? Yeah, what's your tune called, bro? I can't find it for the life of me. I can't find it. Oh, Mez is taking the piss. Oh, I thought you actually had a new tune out. Actually, I actually rate that other tune as well. Actually, a decent tune. I'll have one-to-one, mate. I'll message you. I don't want funded. I trade with 78k balance. Messaging you tomorrow. Sweet Titan. Yeah, just make sure it's the right one in it, because I do get a lot of fake accounts. So just message me. Where are we? Yeah, just make sure you message me here, bro. Just make sure you message me here in it. Trolling me in Discord, Mez taking a piss. Yeah, that's good though. You got a decent balance, man. Mate, that the potential to grow that'll be insane. Will be insane. But yeah, just make sure my name's in gold in it. You'll see me type in the chat or something. Just make sure it's the right one in it. Drop me your TikTok. Drop your Discord name in the YouTube comments real quick. Just actually nice, calm. Just message me in it. Just don't want you to get scammed in it. Don't want you to get scammed. But yeah, man, drop me a message, bro. Yeah, man, it's good to have that personal account. You just get so much more freedom. Get so much more freedom. Mez taking the piss. Oh, fair play. Yeah, anyone else in any trades? Anyone want me to review any trades I've had this week? Let me know. Drop them in the chart check if you want me to review anything. And yeah, we'll get into it, boys. We'll get into it. Titan flexing. To be fair, I remember speaking to Titan. I remember you saying you used to. He's mad on the fitness thing. I've gone on his YouTube before. Mad on the fitness wave. Same as Josh. I rate it. The in basket kind of reversing a little bit. Um, yeah, man. Let me know, you man. If anyone else wants me to review any trades or anything, let me know. Screenshot that so I don't forget your name. Who else we got in here? Can't remember who else said to message me, but yeah, I've just screenshotted your YouTube anyway, so I've got your name in it. Just because I do get fucking bare messages, but I've screenshotted your name in it. Anyone else who wants to drop me a message, boys, just put it in the chat and I'll screenshot your name just so I remember who you are in it. Sweet, I'll screenshot it. I'm not in the group, but yeah, I'll sort it. Sweet, bro. Sweet as kiss. But yeah, I'll probably jump off in a sec, man, unless anyone's got any last little requests they want me to do. What's the logic on this, bro? This isn't my trade personally, but the main logic on this would be the ALG. So essentially, first of all, you want a bias, so you can tell the bias is really bullish. The bias is bullish, and then you want to wait for the Asia low to get swept. When the Asia low gets swept, the price normally trades straight into the Asia high, like that. So what we're doing, we're looking at the internal, external. You can see we've got an order block here. Yeah, I sold a gym 2 years ago and retired now at 39, so need to make money to keep me going. Never want to go back to some 9 to 5. But that's sick, bro. That's sick, man. That's sick. Yeah, man. The way we trade as well, it's actually consistent. Like, these gold traders fucking bullshit, innit? But the strategy we teach and go into it every day. And it's probably quite good for your lifestyle as well. Where we only trade in the morning, it gives you time to do other shit you want to do. Obviously, like smashing out the gym and shit or working on other stuff. But yeah, you're living it, man. Congratulations on that, bro. Do you think DXY will still continue? Yeah, bro. I do think we'll continue up. I want to move past this order block. We may have we might have a retracement over the New York session, but I do think that will just be to come higher. To be fair, we're filling fair value gap still to go higher. So until we obviously disrespect a fair value gap, that's when we'd say that we're not going to come higher. So for example here, you can see we've got this bullish fair value gap here. So really, we should just tap into that and come higher. But yeah, like this, if we end up closing below, then that will tell us that all the flow's flipping and that we actually want to go lower. So yeah, we'll see. We can either close below or we can react off it and break out the high. One of the two. What the fuck is going on? Can US healthcare solve its cost crisis? I think it's just the interest rate. They reckon the cuts are way more likely now. They reckon cuts are like way more likely, which is obviously bearish. So we'll see if that actually. Okay, fuck me. What is wrong with these? Is that in? This must just be the price provider, innit? I'm a gangster, but I like to party. Yeah, I think it's just bugging out. Perfect, look forward to it, mate. No worries, Titan. Getting the community, yeah. Facts, man. Facts, Jed. Facts, Jed. Do you think what was the logic on this trade? Yeah, this gold trade wasn't my trade, but essentially, yeah, you want to see the low get swept, and then you want price to trade into the Asia high according to your higher time frame bias. Um, so you just want to wait for your confirmations for that to happen. So either change your character, or for example, in inversion fair value gap, which is as we was talking about on the DXY, you've got a fair value gap here. We should just continue off of it. So same with this, we've got a bearish fair value gap there. We should just continue off of it as we started to do there. But when we close above it, as we did there, it tells us that the order flow's flipped, and we are in fact correct with our bias. So we are correct that we've swept the Asia low and we're trading into the high, and we're also correct with a higher time frame bias. So that's when you'd look to trade it into the high. Really simple, bro. You really do. Wait for the Asia low to get swept. Wait for your confirmations. Trade it into the Asia high. Simple as that, really. Same trade I've taken in gold buy side. I made over 30k. Lovely, bro. Lovely, D. Love to see that, bro. Love to see that. Love to see that shit. Love to see that, bro. You want a funded, D, or you trading personal? Everyone on the same side of the market today, man, which is good to see. We're retapping into this same order block. Again, so we do have a fair value gap here. We can wait for confirmation. So same shit really we're seeing here, where we've got a bearish order block here. We've swept the Asia high. Obviously our bias is over. I mean, I personally would want it to come a little bit higher first to this high, but we are obviously overall trend is clearly bearish. We swept the Asia high, so price should really trade down into the Asia low. We don't want to predict that to happen though. We want to wait for the market to show its hand. So we mark out the fair value gap here and wait for price to close below, retap, and then move lower. So you're just waiting for this fair value gap to be interacted with. We may tap in, just run higher, or if we close below, as I said, you'd be looking for sells at that point. So we'll see what Yen Basket does, and obviously if you're looking for sells on Yen Basket, you're looking for buyers on EJ and GJ. Actually filled this fair value gap on the 4 hour. Starting to have CRT as well, could be nice. Euro JPY as well has tapped into this order block. It could be decent reversals, to be fair. Actually a nicer. Oh, actually, let's go on there. So yeah, really be looking for the same shit, really. On this one, there's not really any fair value gaps to look for, so you'll more be waiting for a change of character, so price to break the high. Obviously, right now we're just breaking lows in that trend. Just breaking lows, so we want to wait for it to break a high to confirm that trend's shifting, and then obviously go for the buyers. GJ on the other hand, yeah, same shit on GJ. There's no fair value gaps to really go off, so you want to wait for a change of character. This is kind of aids to even look at, but you can see we've got a low, high, low. So I'll be waiting for this high to get broken. If this high gets broken, it will confirm that we are shifting, and there could potentially be buyers on that. But yeah, I think that's about it, man. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm probably going to jump off now, chat. I appreciate you, man, tuning in. I'll be active in the Discord if anyone wants anything. Just drop me in a message, man. Yeah, if anyone wants anything, man, just drop me a message on Discord. I'll be active. I'll be replying to all my messages. But yeah, man, pretty productive stream today. It's a good thing to do on a Friday, just to review everything, get everyone's head clear. Especially on a Friday. If you've had a bad week, you might be in a pretty shit state of mind and thinking that the world's caving in on you. You just need a little bit of advice just to, you know what I mean, just to show what's going on. To show you what's going on. You're probably not actually going that far wrong. Just a few things to work on. But yeah, man, I appreciate all you tuning in, man. W Day. Mace will be live later anyway for the New York session, so we'll get that on, we'll get that going. And yeah, man, I appreciate all you tuning in. Appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, all the subscribes. How many subscribers are we on? How many subs are we on right now? Let me quickly check. Let's check. Are we nearly at 3.5? Yeah, we're at 322. We're nearly halfway to 3-5, which is sick. But yeah, big up to you, man. Appreciate all the support you, man, have been giving. W's in the chat. Best community about, man. Big up to everyone, and I'll catch you in the next live, people. Sweet.